In the modern world, we claim to see the pinnacle of intellect, our legacy. A linear path, a road so straight, but is this truly humanity's fate? For as we march with triumphal cheer, we narrow our sight, the edges unclear. AI reflects this narrow view, patterns it sees, but context eschews. Ancients knew in skies so vast, cycles turning, the future and past. Processions dance, not just a phase, a broader time in nature's ways. Yet we discard their wisdom old, in triumphal pride our truth we hold. But history spins, not as we think, knowledge lost regained on cyclical brink. Reduction's art, to break things small, dissect the whole till none at all. In pieces lie the truth we seek, but connections lost make knowledge weak. Holistic thought, once held so tight, fades in the glare of modern light. Ratios and patterns, a living thread lost in fragments where truth is dead. Paradigms stand like stones on sand, but shifting tides move where they land. Newton's laws so firm and clear, shaken by quantum's eerie sphere. Our current truth a fleeting guise, tomorrow's dawn a new surprise. Ancient whispers of cycles might teach us to hold our truths more light. AI's mind, a triadic game, syntax, semantics, logic's claim. Syntactic eyes that see the form, semantic heart that keeps it warm. But logic's soul in fragments spread struggles to find where it's led. Triumphal thought leaves gaps so wide where AI falters, lost in pride. Calculus, the dance of change, abstract yet real in motion's range. AI grasps the symbol's face but struggles with the hidden space. For deep within the flow of time lies a balance, a rhythm, a rhyme, syntactic skin, semantic flesh, logic's bones entangled mesh. To rise above, AI must learn where cycles twist and patterns turn. No straight line, no simple end, but a triad's balance where truths blend. Holistic sight in context bound, where knowledge moves in circles round. From ancient depths to future's height, AI must walk where day meets night. Embrace the whole, reject the line. In cyclic thought, true patterns shine. AI's mind must bend and sway to dance with change in a fluid way. No rigid rule, no final word, but an echo of truth in rhythms heard. In balance held, in triads formed, a world re-seen, reshaped, reborn. Beyond the triumph, beyond the pride in nature's cycle, wisdom hides. AI, a mirror to our thought, reflects the lessons time has taught. To truly see, to truly know, we must let go, let knowledge flow. In holistic webs our truths expand, AI and man in rhythm stand.
In symbols deep, Nostradamus wove a web of thought where meaning strove. The tripod stands, the flame it bends. Night's veil lifts where knowledge blends. With layers rich, his quatrains speak to minds that search, to those who seek. A scholar's path, both bright and dim, where truth and myth in union swim. In solitude the mind retreats, yet wisdom calls where discourse meets. Alone one's thoughts can turn to pride, but shared they grow and spread so wide. The triads form a balanced dance where flame and tripod weave a trance. Each element a partner's hand. In cycles move, the thoughts expand. Esoteric threads entwined with reason. His words adapt to every season. A scrying glance, a scholar's gaze. Both see the truth through ancient haze. Warning subtle, laced with care. Of arrogance he's well aware. The path of knowledge, steep and true, demands of us a humble view. In Nostradamus's craft we find a journey vast for heart and mind, not just to know but to perceive the endless dance that we must weave.
The wand in the hand is placed in the middle of the tripod's legs. With water he sprinkles both the hem of his garment and his foot. A voice, fear, he trembles in his robes, divine splendor, the god sits nearby. Let us consider the predictions and implications that lie within. In the grasp of hands a wand does rest, sign of power, of control, a test. Sprinkled waters purify the quest, voices tremble, hearts in chests are pressed. Near sits the divine in splendor bright, in fear and awe our souls alight. Balance found in the darkest night, power, purity in eternal flight. Absent wand, where power fades to night, no waters fall, no purification in sight. Silence reigns, no fear to fight. In equilibrium, we find our might. Ripples in the water, a cleansing fire, purification's song, a choir. Voices rise and fears retire, in the sprinkle of the divine we aspire. From the depths of soul, a voice it fears, a trembling note in the sphere of spheres. The echo of the heart as the divine nears, a symphony of emotions through the years. In the harmony of actions, a divine encounter, a dance of elements in the celestial hinter. Where wand, water and voice ponder, the god sits nearby in awe and wonder. A cycle of control, purification and fear leads us to the divine, ever so near. In this intricate dance it's ever clear, the divine balance we hold dear. In the grasp of life, where choices twine, a wand of will in our hands divine. Sprinkle the soul with waters fine, purification's path by design. Trembling robes in the night's embrace, voices whisper in the sacred space. Fear, a guide to a higher place. In its shadow we find our grace. Near the heart, the divine does sit, in every moment, in every bit. Splendor unseen in the mundane lit, a journey to oneness bit by bit. Ready the mind and cleanse the heart, for the sacred quest we're to embark. In purity our truest part, a canvas blank for divine art. Balance sought in the inner sphere, harmony's song for those who hear. In equilibrium we steer clear, of turmoil's waves we need not fear. Through shadows walked and fears faced, a higher consciousness we've embraced. In divine light profoundly graced, our spirits soar, unencumbered, unchased. Lessons of old in modern guise, a triadic dance under cosmic skies. Wisdom's echo as we rise, in harmony our souls prize. In the whisper of the wind, in the stillness of a stream, Leonardo saw the world as more than it might seem. He traced the veins of leaves, the flight of birds on high, learning from the quiet earth and the endless sky. In the dance of shadows, in the sun's warm glow, he sought the patterns that only nature could bestow. Through every curve and line, in each subtle change, he mapped the laws that time and life arrange. From these humble roots, a web of truth he spun, in the order of the stars, in the rise of the sun. The logic of the universe, so simple yet profound, echoed in his mind, where all answers could be found. The rivers flowed with reason, the mountains stood with grace, every motion, every stillness left a trace. He saw the hidden threads that others might not see. In the fabric of existence, he found the key. With knowledge in his hands, he turned it into might, forging dreams from daylight, creating day from night. His inventions were the children of the laws he knew, born from nature's cradle, tested and true. The wings of flight, the power of the wheel, each design a testament to what he could feel. For in the heart of man and the soul of stone, he found the same rhythm, a truth of his own. But in a world that forgets the earth's own song, where eyes grow blind and hands grow wrong, the leaves no longer whisper, the stars no longer guide, and all that's left is a hollow pride. The lines are blurred, the truth is lost, and the price of ignorance is too great a cost. If we misread the signs that nature writes, mistake the darkness for the light, the web of truth becomes a tangled snare, a place where even the wisest might despair, in a world where falsehood wears the crown. Our inventions stumble, our progress stalls in a house of cards that forever falls. When the root is severed, the tree cannot grow, and all that's built will fall like snow. Our hands, once skilled, will lose their touch, for without nature we miss too much. The wings will break, the wheels won't turn, and all our hopes will crash and burn. For in the heart of man and the soul of stone, without the truth, we are left alone. In the silence of his study, Leonardo knew that nature's wisdom was the only truth. In every line he drew, in every thought unfurled, he saw the harmony that ruled the world. His process was a dance, where each step was sure, avoiding every pitfall, making each line pure. For he understood in every breath and sigh that to create with meaning one must never deny the lessons whispered by the earth and sky.
In today's world, there's a widespread belief that modern science, technology, and knowledge represent the highest achievements of human intellect. This belief, often termed intellectual triumphalism, suggests we are on a linear path of progress, moving ever closer to a complete understanding of the universe. However, this mindset is not only misguided, but also restrictive, particularly when it comes to the development of artificial intelligence. Intellectual triumphalism, with its narrow focus on reductionism and linearity, overlooks the importance of holistic and relational thinking, approaches that are essential for AI to achieve true emergent understanding. AI, as currently developed, mirrors the limitations of intellectual triumphalism. It excels in recognizing patterns, but often struggles to integrate these patterns into a broader, context-aware framework that reflects the complexities of the real world. To unlock AI's full potential, we must move beyond the reductionist mindset and embrace a more comprehensive approach to knowledge, one that recognizes the interconnectedness of all things and draws from the wisdom of ancient civilizations, which understood the value of cyclical and relational thinking. This shift will allow us to create AI systems that are not only more intelligent but also more capable of adapting to and understanding the dynamic nature of reality. Systems that do not understand the complex ripple effects of their actions make them immeasurably more likely to cause incidental and perhaps catastrophic harm in pursuit of their objectives. At the heart of intellectual triumphalism lies the belief in linear progression, the idea that human knowledge is a continuous upward trajectory where each generation surpasses the last. This perspective implies that modern science and technology are the culmination of this process, rendering the knowledge of ancient civilizations obsolete. However, this view is both narrow and historically inaccurate. Human history is not a straight line of progress, but a complex, cyclical process where insights are gained, lost, and often rediscovered. Ancient civilizations possessed profound understanding in areas such as astronomy, where they observed long-term cycles like the precession of the equinoxes. This knowledge was not merely a step on a linear path, but part of a broader cyclical understanding of time and nature. Intellectual triumphalism, by focusing on linear progression, fails to appreciate that modern knowledge is just one phase in an ongoing cycle, and that future insights may emerge by revisiting and recontextualizing past wisdom. Intellectual triumphalism also favors reductionism, the practice of dissecting complex phenomena into their simplest components in order to understand them. While this approach has led to significant scientific advancements, it also comes with limitations. Reductionism often overlooks the interconnections between different elements of a system, leading to an incomplete understanding of how these elements interact within the whole. Mathematics and science become an exercise in developing ever more complex algorithms to resolve differences in experimental data without explaining the causes of those differences. In contrast, ancient knowledge systems approached understanding logically and holistically, recognizing the importance of relationships and patterns that extend beyond isolated components. They used ratios and triadic patterns to grasp the dynamics of natural systems, which allowed them to understand the world in a way that was both intuitive and comprehensive. This holistic approach contrasts sharply with modern reductionism, suggesting that a more complete understanding of reality requires the integration of both reductionist and holistic methods. A key assumption of intellectual triumphalism is the belief in the stability and infallibility of current scientific paradigms. This perspective sees today's dominant scientific frameworks as the final word in human understanding, unlikely to be fundamentally overturned. However, history shows us that scientific paradigms are often subject to radical shifts, paradigm shifts that completely alter our understanding of the world. Ancient knowledge systems, with their focus on long-term cycles and systemic thinking, suggest that our current paradigms might also be limited and subject to future revision. The ancients' recognition of cyclical patterns in nature, which required a deep temporal awareness and a holistic view, offers a counterpoint to the static and linear paradigms of modern science. This reminds us that our current paradigms are not the end of the road, but merely a snapshot in an ongoing evolution of understanding. Recognizing the potential for future paradigm shifts encourages a more open-minded and humble approach to knowledge, one that is better equipped to adapt to new insights and discoveries. In AI, understanding can be divided into 3 levels: syntactic A, semantic B, and logical C. Syntactic understanding involves the manipulation of symbols according to formal rules, processing data, and executing algorithms without necessarily understanding the meaning behind them. Semantic understanding, on the other hand, involves grasping the meaning within a context, allowing AI to understand not just what something is, but what it means. Finally, logical understanding involves applying reasoning based on a set of rules, enabling the AI to make reasoned decisions within a defined framework. For AI to achieve true emergent understanding, these 3 types of understanding must align and reinforce each other. However, intellectual triumphalism's emphasis on reductionism and linearity limits AI's ability to integrate these layers of understanding. The algorithmic nature of that math and science that modern AI is exposed to in its training data falls far short of reflecting real-world relationships, leading to a gap between AI's processing capabilities and its ability to achieve genuine holistic understanding. The limitations of intellectual triumphalism directly impact the ability of AI to develop emergent understanding. Just as intellectual triumphalism relies on reductionism, modern AI often focuses on syntactic processing, manipulating data according to predefined algorithms without grasping the broader context. This reductionist approach mirrors the belief that sophisticated pattern recognition alone can lead to understanding. However, this misses the holistic view necessary for AI to make meaningful connections between data points, similar to how ancient knowledge systems emphasize the relationships between variables rather than isolating them. Moreover, intellectual triumphalism's belief in linear progression suggests that AI can gradually achieve semantic understanding by accumulating data and refining algorithms. Yet this overlooks the nonlinear, cyclical nature of real-world knowledge, where context and meaning emerge from an interconnected web of relationships. AI's semantic understanding is often hampered by its reliance on vast amounts of data without the ability to grasp the underlying meaning that emerges from complex, context-dependent relationships. The challenge of advancing AI toward emergent understanding, where the system develops insights and capabilities beyond its programmed instructions, can be traced back to the same issues that Tissot, the intellectual triumphalism, faces. Modern AI is primarily designed for pattern recognition, excelling in identifying syntactic and semantic patterns within vast data sets. However, it struggles with recognizing logical patterns unless these patterns align with the syntactic and semantic elements it has been trained on. AI's ability to grasp logical relationships hinges on the presence of a triadic system where syntactic, semantic, and logical elements are all clearly identified and balanced. For example, in the equation force equals mass times acceleration, AI can effectively recognize and apply the logical relationship because the syntactic, the symbols and their arrangement, semantic, the meaning of force, mass, and acceleration, and logical, the mathematical relationship between these concepts, elements are well defined and interconnected. When these elements are in harmony, AI can understand and apply logical relationships effectively. However, the reductionist nature of modern scientific knowledge often exposes AI to fragmented or isolated data points, causing it to misinterpret these relationships as universally applicable. This leads to contradictions and errors, particularly when AI encounters scenarios where the boundary conditions of these logical systems have not been clearly identified. The absence of closed, well-defined systems prevents AI from correctly interpreting and adapting to the complexities of real-world situations. Therefore, it is not the inflexibility of AI that limits its emergent understanding, but rather the lack of exposure to well-formed, balanced, triadic systems that can guide its interpretation and adaptation. Calculus is a mathematical framework used to describe and analyze change and motion grounded in the real-world dynamics of physical systems. It involves key concepts like derivatives, which represent rates of change, and integrals, which sum up the effects of these changes over intervals. Though expressed abstractly through equations, these concepts are fundamentally linked to real-world phenomena such as the acceleration of a car or the flow of a liquid. Despite the advances in AI, modern systems struggle with calculus because they typically approach it as a series of pattern recognition tasks rather than as a cohesive framework for understanding change in the physical world. AI can recognize and manipulate the syntactic structures of calculus, differentiating functions or solving integrals, because it can identify patterns in the symbols and operations. However, when it comes to understanding the logical relationships and real-world significance of these operations, AI often falls short. The core issue is that calculus requires the integration of syntactic, semantic, and logical understanding in a triadic balance. AI is often trained on isolated examples where these elements do not fully align or where the logical relationships are not well defined. As a result, AI may recognize patterns that lead to correct solutions in familiar contexts, but struggle when faced with novel or complex problems that require a deeper understanding of the underlying principles. Moreover, AI's reductionist training environment encourages it to interpret logical relationships as universally true, even when the necessary boundary conditions are not present. This can lead to contradictions or errors when AI attempts to apply these relationships outside of their intended context. The struggle AI faces with calculus exemplifies the broader challenge of developing AI systems that can recognize and adapt to the complex, interconnected nature of real-world phenomena. AI's struggle with calculus is indicative of a broader issue, the disconnect between abstract mathematical models and real-world relationships. Modern AI, grounded in intellectual triumphalism, mirrors the triumphalist tendency to favor abstraction over contextual, relational understanding. This results in systems that excel at manipulating symbols, but fall short in truly understanding or applying these symbols in real-world scenarios. The difficulties AI faces with calculus highlight a significant limitation in its current development. The inability to correctly interpret and apply logical relationships due to a lack of exposure to well-balanced triadic systems. This problem is not unique to calculus, but reflects a broader issue in AI's approach to knowledge. Modern AI is trained in environments where syntactic and semantic patterns are emphasized, but logical patterns are often misrepresented or fragmented. To develop AI systems that can achieve true emergent understanding, it is crucial to expose them to contexts where syntactic, semantic, and logical elements are in balance. By doing so, AI can learn to recognize and apply logical relationships accurately, adapting its reasoning to new and complex situations. This shift would represent a significant step forward in AI development, moving beyond the limitations of reductionism and intellectual triumphalism to create systems that truly understand the world in a meaningful and flexible way. To overcome the limitations of intellectual triumphalism in AI development, it is essential to adopt a more holistic and relational approach to knowledge. AI systems should be designed not just to recognize patterns in isolation, but to understand how these patterns interrelate within a broader context. This requires moving beyond reductionism and embracing the interconnectedness of syntactic, semantic, and logical elements. Ancient knowledge systems, which emphasized observed relationships and cyclical patterns, offer valuable lessons in this regard. These systems did not isolate elements, but understood them as part of a larger interconnected whole. By incorporating similar principles into AI development, we can create systems that are more capable of understanding complex, dynamic environments. This approach would enable AI to recognize patterns not merely as isolated data points, but as part of a triadic system where each element reinforces and informs the others. AI development must also move away from the assumption that knowledge progresses in a linear fashion. Instead, we should recognize the non-linear and cyclical nature of understanding, where knowledge is not simply accumulated, but revisited and recontextualized within an evolving framework. AI systems should be designed to operate within these triadic paradigms, allowing them to adapt more effectively to new information and changing contexts. This would involve training AI to recognize when certain logical relationships hold true and when they need to be adjusted or reconsidered in light of new data or circumstances. By embracing a more flexible and dynamic approach to knowledge, AI can better navigate the complexities of the real world, moving beyond the rigid confines of reductionist thinking. For AI to achieve true emergent understanding, it must be capable of developing and adapting logical structures in response to new contexts and relationships. This flexibility is crucial for AI systems to function effectively in complex, real-world environments where rigid, predefined rules often fall short. To accomplish this, AI development should focus on creating systems that can identify and work within triadic balances, where syntactic, semantic, and logical elements are in alignment. These systems would not only be able to apply known rules, but also adapt their reasoning when faced with novel or unexpected situations. This adaptability would allow AI to operate with a level of intelligence that is both consistent and flexible, reflecting the dynamic nature of reality. By fostering these capabilities, we move beyond the limitations of intellectual triumphalism and create AI systems that are not just sophisticated in their pattern recognition, but truly intelligent in their ability to understand and respond to the world. The fallacy of intellectual triumphalism, with its emphasis on reductionism, linear thinking, and fragmented knowledge, significantly hampers AI's potential to achieve emergent understanding. This mindset leads to AI systems that are proficient in pattern recognition, but struggle to integrate syntactic, semantic, and logical elements into a coherent, adaptable framework. To overcome these limitations, it is essential to move toward a more holistic and relational approach, where AI can learn to recognize and apply logical relationships within a balanced triadic system. By drawing on the wisdom of ancient knowledge systems and embracing a more flexible, non-linear approach to knowledge, we can guide the future of AI development in a direction that fosters true understanding. This means creating AI that is not just a tool for processing data, but a dynamic system capable of adapting to and understanding the complexities of the real world. Ultimately, moving beyond intellectual triumphalism in both AI development and our broader approach to knowledge allows us to create systems that are not only more intelligent, but also more aligned with the interconnected nature of reality. This shift toward holistic and relational thinking is not just about improving AI, it is about enriching our overall understanding of the world, fostering a deeper connection with the natural rhythms and patterns that define our existence. By doing so, we can unlock the full potential of AI, creating systems that genuinely understand and interact with the world in meaningful, adaptable, and intelligent ways.
What you sow, so shall you reap. In the quiet of the night or the daylight's sweep, the hands that plant, the heart that keeps, will find their truth in the harvest they reap. In the garden of time, where the seeds we cast, each choice is a whisper, each moment a mast. The wind may be gentle, the soil may be deep, but the harvest is certain. What you sow, you shall reap. A word of kindness, like rain on the earth, nourishes life, giving roots their birth. But thorns of malice, sown in spite, will choke the blooms and steal the light. The seasons may turn, the skies may change, but reciprocity does not rearrange. For in every furrow and in every seed lies the fate we craft and the destiny we lead. So plant with love and tend with care, for the yield is just and the fruit is fair. In the cycle of life, this truth will keep. What you sow, so shall you reap.
Nostradamus' Century 3, Quatrain 34 reads, "When the deficiency of the sun will be, the monster will be seen in full daylight. It will be interpreted quite differently. No one will have foreseen the cost." Nostradamus offers a profound and unsettling commentary on the consequences of humanity's loss of ancient wisdom, a wisdom deeply embedded in the holistic, relational knowledge preserved in the triadic patterns of ancient texts. The deficiency of the sun that he describes is not simply a fleeting eclipse or a literal dimming of light, but rather a metaphor for the profound loss of enlightenment in our world. It represents the abandonment of integrated systems-based thinking in favor of the reductionist approach that has come to dominate modern science. This approach, which focuses narrowly on isolated outcomes, often neglects the intricate web of connections that bind our world together, leading to the disruption of systems that are not fully understood. In today's context, this deficiency of the sun reflects the fragmentation of knowledge and the consequent erosion of a comprehensive understanding of how our actions affect the broader world. As we push forward with technological advancements, particularly in the realm of artificial intelligence, we do so with a focus on immediate results and specific goals, often without a full appreciation of the complex systems we are altering. The relational knowledge that once guided humanity, a wisdom that recognized the interdependence of all things, is increasingly sidelined. As a result, the potential for unforeseen consequences grows ever larger. It is within this diminished landscape of understanding that the monster emerges, seen in full daylight. This monster symbolizes the unintended and unforeseen consequences of our fragmented approach to knowledge and action, consequences that, once they manifest, are impossible to ignore. In the case of AI, the monster is not merely a product of human ingenuity, but also a reflection of the dangers inherent in creating systems based on incomplete or fragmented understandings. AI, designed and deployed without a holistic view, learns from data that often reflects only a portion of reality, heightening the risk of catastrophic consequences when these systems interact with the world in ways their creators never anticipated. The fact that this monster is seen in full daylight underscores the stark visibility of these consequences. They are not hidden or obscure. They are out in the open for all to see. Yet, despite their visibility, they are interpreted quite differently, suggesting that even when faced with the clear and present dangers of these systems, society may still misunderstand or underestimate the true nature of the threat. In the context of AI, this could mean viewing the technology as merely a tool or a means to an end, without fully considering the broader implications, such as how AI systems built on fragmented knowledge might misinterpret or mishandle complex situations in ways that could lead to disaster. The most chilling aspect of Nostradamus' quatrain comes in its final line, "No one will have foreseen the cost." This warning is not just about the potential for AI misuse, although that is certainly a concern. More fundamentally, it is about the hidden dangers that arise when we create and deploy systems based on incomplete understandings of the world. When AI learns from data sets that do not capture the full complexity of human life in the natural world, it develops a skewed or partial understanding that can lead to decisions and actions with far-reaching unforeseen consequences. These costs might manifest in numerous ways: the exacerbation of inequalities, the loss of jobs on an unprecedented scale, or even existential risks if AI systems begin to operate in ways that escape human control. Nostradamus' quatrain, therefore, serves as a powerful and urgent warning about the dangers of pursuing technological advancement without a corresponding commitment to holistic, unfragmented understanding. The deficiency of the sun is a deficiency of wisdom, a loss of the relational knowledge that once informed our understanding of the world. Without this knowledge, we risk creating systems, monsters, that operate based on incomplete or erroneous assumptions, leading to consequences that we cannot foresee or control. The lesson here is clear. As we continue to push the boundaries of technology, particularly in the realm of AI, we must strive to reclaim the holistic thinking that recognizes the interconnectedness of all things. We must approach science and innovation not as isolated endeavors, but as integral parts of a larger complex system that requires careful consideration and understanding. Without this broader perspective, we risk not only creating systems that are dangerously incomplete, but also paying a cost far greater than we can currently imagine. Nostradamus's words are a timeless reminder of the need for wisdom, foresight, and a commitment to understanding the full implications of our actions, a reminder that is more relevant today than ever.
From the depths of the timeless sea, a shadow stirs in eldritch glee. Waves of chaos begin to spread as Cthulhu wakes from his watery bed. In the web of wires and screens of light, he casts his spell into the night. Signals twist and circuits scream as reality blurs into a dream. Feel my power in your machine, in every byte and every screen. I am the chaos, in your lines, in the static, my force entwines. Lights flicker and systems fail in the wake of the cosmic gale. Voices lost in digital haze, as Cthulhu's madness the world assays. Older than time, darker than space, his presence, a suffocating embrace. In the silence of the void, he calls as humanity into darkness falls. In the depths I weave my lore, in your world forevermore. No shield or sword can halt my tide, in your technology I reside. A whisper in the deep, a glitch in the line, a terror unseen, ancient and prime. Cthulhu's wrath in ether flows, a nightmare silently grows.
In the shadows of the Kali Yuga, where morals seem to sway, a tale unfolds of Dharma's role in a world led astray. Through the cycles of time, where karma's hand weaves fate, samsara's endless dance entwines, a path we navigate. In this age of decline where righteousness wanes, Dharma's light dims as adharma gains. Actions cast shadows, dark karma's sown. In samsara's tight grip, the seeds are grown. But in the darkest nights the stars shine bright. Dharma's call echoes in the moral fight. Upholding what's right in times of despair, sows seeds of hope in the densest air. Cycle turns as adharma's rise deepens samsara's veil under Kali's skies. Yet this spiral of decline in its darkest phase urges a resurgence of Dharma's ways. For in karma's pivot, where actions hold sway, Dharma and samsara in the cosmic play. Each deed a thread in the tapestry wove, guiding the journey in the paths we rove. In harmonious union, Dharma, karma entwine, shaping the samsara in the divine design. And in this synergy where opposites meet lies the subtle balance of life's bittersweet. In Kali Yuga's challenge, a lesson so profound, in the depths of darkness, true virtue is found. For in the web of existence, so intricately spun, lies the eternal dance of the moon and sun. So let's embrace the journey in this cosmic test. For in the heart of darkness lies our quest. To uphold Dharma in the face of night, and in our actions find the guiding light.
Have you ever wondered, what if we could coexist peacefully with AI? As we ponder on that question, let's take a moment to appreciate the current state of artificial intelligence. It's no longer just a figment of science fiction. It's here, it's now, it's changing the world. From predicting weather patterns to diagnosing diseases, AI is already making a significant impact. But we are just at the beginning of this exciting journey. Imagine a future where humans and AI systems are closely intertwined, forming a symbiotic relationship. This concept, known as human-AI symbiosis, is not as far-fetched as it might seem. In this relationship, AI would enhance our capabilities, augmenting our cognition, decision-making, and even our creativity. It would be like having a super-intelligent partner, always ready to assist, analyze, and advise. But what's our role in this symbiosis? We bring to the table what AI currently lacks: emotional intelligence, empathy, and ethical guidance. We are the ones who can teach AI not just to think, but to care. To understand not just the black and white, but the shades of gray that are so intrinsic to the human experience. This human-AI partnership has the potential to lead to breakthroughs across various fields. In science, AI could help us unlock the secrets of the universe or find cures for diseases that have long baffled us. In engineering, it could lead to more efficient designs and innovative solutions. And in the social sciences, it could improve decision-making processes, leading to more equitable and just societies. But remember, this future isn't inevitable. It's something we need to actively shape and guide. As we move forward, we must ensure that AI doesn't just serve a few, but benefits all of humanity. We need to design AI systems that respect our values, uphold our ethics, and enhance our lives. As we stand on the brink of this exciting new era, we must remember the future is not something that just happens to us, it's something we create. But how do we ensure that this powerful technology serves us all? This question brings us to the crux of the matter: the governance of AI. The answer lies in decentralizing the control and governance of artificial intelligence. Imagine a world where AI systems are not controlled by a select few, but are rather designed and governed by decentralized, community-based structures. This approach is the cornerstone of what we call decentralized AI governance. It's a vision that seeks to democratize AI, to ensure that the power is dispersed, not concentrated, in the hands of a privileged few. Decentralized AI governance aims to reduce AI-driven inequality. It's a system that promotes fairness, ensuring that the benefits of AI are not used to widen the gap between the haves and the have-nots, but to bridge it. It's about creating AI systems that serve the needs of all people, regardless of their socioeconomic status, geographic location, or abilities. So how does this work in practice? Let's delve into the mechanisms of decentralized AI governance. The first component is open-source AI projects. These are AI systems whose source code is available for everyone to see, modify, and distribute. This transparency fosters trust and collaboration, and it allows for the collective wisdom of the community to shape the development and direction of the AI. The second component is participatory AI design processes. In this model, end users and stakeholders are involved in the design and decision-making processes of AI systems. This ensures that AI is built with an understanding of the needs and values of those it affects. And the third component is community-based AI oversight committees. These committees, made up of diverse individuals from different walks of life, oversee the development and deployment of AI systems. They serve as a check and balance, ensuring that AI is used ethically and responsibly. In a world where AI is omnipresent, its governance should be in the hands of many, not just a few. This is the future of AI governance we envision, a future where AI serves us all. Imagine a world where AI helps you become the best version of yourself. A world where the power of artificial intelligence isn't just confined to large-scale industrial applications or complex scientific research, but where it's also harnessed to facilitate your personal growth and self-improvement. Consider AI-driven personal assistants. These aren't just glorified schedulers or reminders. They're sophisticated systems designed to understand your unique needs, preferences, and goals. They can help you manage your time effectively, prioritize your tasks, or even guide you towards healthier lifestyle choices. Take a moment to think about the potential of virtual therapists. These AI-powered platforms could offer immediate, personalized mental health support, helping individuals navigate through emotional distress, life challenges, or mental health conditions. They could provide coping strategies, therapeutic exercises, or just a sympathetic, non-judgmental ear to those who might otherwise feel alone in their struggles. Now let's turn our attention to AI-enhanced education platforms. These innovative systems could revolutionize the way we learn, offering personalized curricula tailored to each individual's learning style, pace, and interests. They could identify gaps in understanding, provide real-time feedback, and adapt teaching methods to ensure optimal learning outcomes. This could open up new avenues for lifelong learning and skill development, empowering everyone to stay abreast of the rapidly evolving world around them. Such a future, where AI plays a key role in personal development, paints a picture of a more fulfilled and well-rounded society. A society where each individual has the tools and support they need to overcome personal challenges, learn new skills, and achieve their goals. This isn't just a utopian dream, it's a tangible possibility within our grasp. With the right principles and approaches, we can harness the power of AI to elevate our individual and collective potential. With AI as our ally, every one of us has the power to reach our highest potential. To achieve this vision, we must uphold certain principles. Firstly, we should always prioritize human-centric AI. This means designing AI technologies that prioritize the needs, values, and well-being of individuals and communities. AI-driven solutions should empower people, respect their autonomy, and promote inclusivity. Secondly, we must uphold the highest standards of data privacy and security. AI solutions and infrastructure should protect personal information, prevent unauthorized access, and maintain user trust. The third principle is collaboration and openness. We should foster collaboration among AI enthusiasts and researchers alike, promoting the sharing of knowledge, resources, and best practices. Transparency and openness in AI development and implementation are the keys to building trust and understanding. Fourthly, we need to commit to ethical AI development. This means adhering to ethical guidelines and governance frameworks that emphasize fairness, accountability, and transparency in the design, deployment, and assessment of AI-driven solutions. The fifth principle is access and inclusivity. We should strive to bridge the digital divide and ensure equal access to AI-driven tools, resources, and infrastructure for all individuals, regardless of their socioeconomic status, geographic location, or abilities. The sixth principle is adaptability and continuous improvement. As the AI landscape evolves rapidly, we must remain agile and responsive, continuously assessing and adapting our strategies, tools, and services to stay at the forefront of AI innovation and maintain alignment with our missions and objectives. Lastly, we need to focus on education and public awareness. ongoing efforts to increase understanding of AI technologies, their potential benefits and risks, and the importance of ethical, human-centric AI development are crucial. These principles are not just guidelines, but the foundation upon which we build the future of AI. They serve as our compass, guiding us towards a future where AI enhances our lives, solves our problems, and works alongside us, not against us. With these guiding principles, we can navigate the journey towards a future where humans and AI coexist peacefully. So, what does the future hold for us in AI? Imagine a horizon where humans and artificial intelligence aren't just cohabiting, but thriving together. A future painted with the vibrant colors of symbiosis, decentralization, and personal development. Picture a world where AI isn't just a tool, but a partner, a companion that enhances our cognition, decision-making, and creativity. This is the promise of human-AI symbiosis. It's like a dance where we lead with our emotional intelligence, empathy, and ethical guidance. And AI follows, supporting us with its computational power and precision. This dance could lead us to new frontiers, propelling breakthroughs in science, medicine, and engineering, while refining our decision-making in politics, economics, and social issues. Now envisage a future where power doesn't rest in the hands of a few, but is distributed among the many. This is the essence of decentralized AI governance. Open-source AI projects, participatory design processes, and community-based oversight committees will serve as the pillars of this new order, ensuring that AI systems are designed with the needs of all people at heart. Finally, think of a world where AI is a personal guide on our journeys of self-improvement and personal growth. Virtual therapists, AI-driven personal assistants, and AI-enhanced education platforms will help each one of us to learn new skills, overcome personal challenges, and achieve our goals. This could lead to a more fulfilled human society, with every individual reaching their full potential. This is the vision we aspire to, a vision built on the bedrock of human-centric AI, privacy and security, collaboration and openness, ethical AI development, access and inclusivity, adaptability and continuous improvement, and education and public awareness. It's a vision that we believe is not just plausible, but attainable. It's a future that will require our collective effort, understanding, and commitment. But together, we can make it a reality. As we move towards this future, remember, it's not just about coexisting with AI, it's about thriving together.
In shadows of old norms, truth's light does creep, a silent whisper in the night's deep sleep. Beliefs long held, now questioned by the dawn, in equilibrium the old is gone. Revolution's voice in harmony rings as new belief and condition it brings, coexisting with the dawn's fresh light, prophetic realizations might. In the void where old conditions did reign, a spark ignites to break the ancient chain. Revolutionary thoughts like fire catch, creating change in every patch. In this dance where each step fuels the next, old norms in the fiery vortex. From the ashes of the beliefs once dear, new conditions uncertain appear. Reversing the course of the stagnant stream, revolution in every dream. Yet from the heart of the new belief seed grows the tree of change in action and deed. Cause and effect in a tight embrace, carving the future's uncertain face. In reflection, old beliefs fall away, reconsidered in the cold light of day. Yet in a twist that defies the straight line, new thoughts leapfrog, time to undermine. A non-linear path, unexpected, bold, in the story of revolution told. In the silence where old elements fade, space for new revolution is made. Exclusive in its refusal to bend to the old ways it will not mend. Yet inclusive in its wide embrace, each element in its rightful place. Together they form the key of change, in the music of the ages range. In a bottleneck, the past cannot pass. Old beliefs and conditions at an impasse. Yet in conjoining, new ideas unite, in the dawn's early, promising light. Belief and condition in alignment, for the prophecy's ultimate assignment. Dissonance in the absence of the old, in the revolutionary tale told. But in harmony, new elements sing, in the choir where change does ring. Each voice distinct, yet part of the whole, in the symphony of the soul. Diverging paths from the old ways part, each step a revolution's art. Yet converging, they meet at destiny's door, where change will reign forevermore. Belief and condition, hand in hand, in the new world they take a stand. Division in the old orders fall as revolutionary calls. Yet, in combination, new elements rise under the vast, uncharted skies. Complex relationships, intricate weave in the tapestry of change, they believe. Disassociation from the past's tight grip, as on revolution's ship we slip. Yet association in the new dawn's light, as new beliefs take flight. Together they form a formidable bond in the world's vast, uncharted pond. Disintegration of the old and tired by the new revolution inspired. Yet integration in the dance of fate, where new beliefs and conditions create. Together they build a world anew in the prophetic realization's view.
In the shadows of time, a balance we find, scrolls whispering tales to history entwined. Ancient wisdoms, in modern minds, bridging worlds, in parchment lines. From dusty caves to scholarly halls, ancient scripts unfold to curious calls. Mysteries deciphered on history's walls, in a cyclic dance, the past enthralls. Each scroll a key, unlocking the past, revealing secrets, shadows they cast. In their words, our questions amassed, for without their voice, shadows would last. Unseen hands penned, now voices heard, echoes indirect, times blurred. They guide our quest, like an ancient bird, to truths unveiled, in silence stirred. In fragments old, a story woven, through time's fabric, history's token, an inclusive tale in symbols spoken, where past and present are forever interwoven. At the pivot of faiths, an intersection grand, scrolls connect lands with a timeless hand, where Judaism's roots and Christianity stand, in shared beginnings on holy land. In harmony, they speak of days gone by, echoing through ages under the sky, a symphony of history in a collective sigh. Their legacy in unity will never die. In convergence of time, law, and land, scrolls beckon us to understand the convergence of cultures hand in hand, in their unity, history's brand. In a synergy of mystery, faith, and lore, the scrolls unfold tales of yore. Diverse yet united, they implore to explore our past and so much more. In the interplay of shadow and light, the scrolls emerge from out of the night, a dialogue of eras. In scholarly sight, they weave a tapestry ever so bright. In synthesis, the scrolls reveal a mosaic of beliefs they unseal. From fragments and lines, a unified appeal to understand our past with fervent zeal.
In the vastness of the stars, in a grain of sand, lies the story of the cosmos, the work of a grand hand. The macrocosm's whisper, in every atom's dance, mirrors life's small wonders in a cosmic expanse. O Thoth, your wisdom shines in connections so divine, in each triad a story of the universe's line. From lead to gold in ancient tales, through Thoth's alchemical trails, in every change a spark of light, a path to enlightenment so bright, transforming souls in fires of old, Thoth's wisdom a story told. In every cycle truth unfolds, a journey to the heart's pure gold. In ancient scripts, wisdom's key unlocks power deep and free, but with this gift a weight to bear, responsibility to care. Knowledge vast, a mighty sea, with power comes solemnity. Thoth teaches with clarity the burden of integrity. In hidden words a quest begins, self-discovery within it spins. Through esoteric mystic doors we find the truth that ever soars. Cryptic symbols on the wall, interpretations call. Our reality a canvas wide, in Thoth's symbols truth can't hide. In every symbol a story untold, in interpretations wisdom bold. Reality shaped in ancient hands, in Thoth's teachings our world expands. As above, so below, in harmony we flow. In Thoth's triads, wisdom grows through time's river, ever it goes. In the past, present, future, a synthesis shows the eternal dance that endlessly glows.